Sims!
Come on, let's get on with it. 3, 2, 1, we're almost ready. Are you ready? Go, go, go! Green, and away we go. Summer Series 25 drivers streaming down into turn 1, and already Wilco looks like he's got the jump on Albert and takes the lead, but Albert is not done with yet. He's going to go around there. Sexy Rexy, yibbida, folks, down there in 4th, and all the while this is giving Wilco the chance to pull out in front. Themselves up here in the opening lap, but Bob, it's been hectic, but not quite as hectic as what I thought it would be. Down the inside of Sideways, is it going to work, Bob, or is it going to end in tears? I think it's come off. Yes, it has. And it's Wilco with a nose in front as we come through to complete the lap. Sideorg, our winner from last week and championship leader, King in there as well. And don't tell me Wilco could have gone from 1st to 3rd in a matter of corners here, Bob. I reckon he's lost the lead, and he could be down to 3rd by the end of the opening lap.
Hey, have you seen how tight it is for the AMs? Oh my god!
It is very tight.
Tighter than a nun's chuff.
we're live. We're live here, and look how look how moist it is. As I've got that vision in my head. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're watching right around the world. It is round 9 of this championship. I had to stop and think about that for a moment, but we are here at the Circuit of the Americas, COTA for short, and we've joined a very, very moist qualifying session. Matt Simmons is here with us in the chat, also out on track, as all the drivers are. Every single one of them, all 19 drivers, as Voodoo are letting us know that the rain dance has worked here tonight. And it is absolutely pissing down. The track is wet, and that is an understatement. With 6.5 minutes left in this qualifying session, it is with great pleasure I welcome my co-commentator back again for another week. We just can't get rid of him, and that's great because we actually want him along. Hi, Crumpkin. And that is Bullseye Bob Hoskins. Good evening to you, Bullseye.
Hello, possums! Yeah, a bit of sad news this week. Barry Humphries has departed us, so we will try and get as many hello possums as we can tonight. There's your challenge, boys.
There we go. Get those points coming in and get those hello possums coming through the audio sound effects, because great entertainer, great ambassador to between Australia.
Hello, possums!
Between Australia
hello,
and here they
possums!
here they come. There's a
hello,
run on.
Possums! Hello,
And,
possums!
just
hello,
up.
Possums! Hello!
Yeah.
Come on, where's the pool place? What's the podium? Thank you,
Here they come. This happened last week.
I'm sorry.
You will be, because we can overrule him, I think. Or has he got some sort of Nigerian godlike powers, Bob, where we can't stop him? I'm not sure, but I do have the mute button in front of me here, Voodoo, with 8 or 9. Hello, Possums. I was about to say, Bob, a great ambassador to... oh, hello. Binger's had a moment here, has he, at the hairpin?
Here's Auschwitz in to cross the line.
What's it going to be?
First valid lap, 2:26.
2:26.
Wilco just behind him.
150.
Hello, Possums!
Thank you.
150. What?
Thank you, Crumpkin, as we might just get the Twitch viewers into that right-hand corner there. Great to be back for another week, Bob, that's for sure. But this championship is heating up, ladies and gentlemen, because you can see there on your screen only 23 points in it for the top two. But look at the AM class drivers. You can see there is absolutely nothing in it. And on the left are your results from last week at Alton Park. Absolute masterclass being put on by the great man, Mint Matt. And big shout out to Andrelli for these graphics. They are absolutely fantastic. Less than 4 minutes to go in qualifying, Bob. And look how close it is at the top as Wilco goes to the top of the timesheets, if you don't mind, Bob.
Yeah, very tight. So Auschwitz has got a nice banker in. That was closely followed by Wilco, and then Sidorg separated the two by 33 thousandths. But watching the boys come, watch that final corner. I'm in the helicam watching the boys come around that last corner, and it's all kinds of sideways.
Plenty of sideways action. 3 minutes 20 left in this one. Yellow flag out. Is somebody... Nope, they've teleported back to the pits. As Vibesy now coming out of the pits. It's a funny circuit, this one. The rain doesn't help, Bob, but it's raining sideways, to quote the great man, Bob Hoskins. But that turn one, it's a funny corner, isn't it, Bob? It's not good if you've got 20 guys coming in there into turn one, but it's a strange corner. Hard to pick the apex, isn't it, and spot your braking point there.
Yeah, you can brake so late as well, because obviously it's uphill. So, yeah, it does lend itself for an ultimate overtaking challenge, but also a big crash site.
Yeah, it can be a little bit of a disaster, that's for sure. Binger, who has not set a lap. We're taking a look at him now. coming towards the hairpin and onto the back straight here. And
There's Andrelli. He's gone to fourth. Good effort.
Andrelli.
Auschwitz. Look at that, second quicker.
Wow. Now, this is a matter. This is interesting, these conditions.
Oh, Wilco, a further second quicker.
Wilco just says, piss off, I'm going with a 223.472. My goodness me, these times, are they finding more grip around this circuit, Bob, or is it just a matter of taking different lines and finding out where the grip is and how much you can use it?
Yeah, I don't know. It could be the temperature coming into the tyres. It's taken a long while. You know, everything's changed in the game recently. So, you know, it's finding those limits. It's, you know, trying to make something of it. And whose coconuts are growing quicker as the session goes by.
And those coconuts are growing as Voodoo. Going to be a close one. Who knows who will be P1 after this? And hello.
Oh, Mint Matt up into third.
Matt goes up into third. Keep those comments coming in. 14 people watching out there live and exclusive on your Thursday night. Get the Nigerian Prince into the commentary box. Rain of Fire wanting the Prince in here with us. Matt having a bit of a moment there.
Yeah, okay. Look, Rain of Fire, I'm here, okay, buddy? It's okay, buddy. I'm
And
here.
Binger into the top 10.
Possums!
And Rain of Fire getting those sound effects coming in. Who was that in the top 10? Binger.
Suck my balls, mate. Yeah, you're really good, mate.
And now their teammates. Who would have thought? But Bob, Binger inside the top 10. Less than a minute remaining. Who is coming up to start a final run here in qualifying, please?
Kilroy's just coming across the line now. Let's see if he improves, which he doesn't really. Well, he has, but it's not enough to lift him up the order. Cloquet.
Ooh,
Did Cloquet? Yeah, he improved. He's up into 8th.
8th. For
Yep. So the
Cloquet.
time is just about to run out. Auschwitz. He is still valid.
And who have we got?
Followed by Wilco.
So Auschwitz, we might go to him first, Bob. Is this the first driver? Yep, who will cross the line? 3, 2, 1, 0. Across the line. Auschwitz, pole
He's done
position. Wow.
And Wilco, what's Wilco got?
What's Wilco got?
What's
Here he
Wilco
comes
got?
across the line. Oh, he can't beat it.
Not enough.
Not
Not
enough.
enough.
Have we got side or
95. 95. Who's 95?
Who's 95? Who's Nemo?
Nemo.
Nemo, here he comes. Last few corners. Last couple of corners, in fact, coming up to the final corner now. Currently 2.6 off the pace. Can he
48.
improve? He's got a third row start at the moment. Can he go one better than that? Or 5 better than that? Here he comes.
Oh,
Up
good
to
effort.
5th.
Good
and
effort.
Side org.
Sideways polka. 12th at the moment. He pops up to 11th.
Suck my balls, mate.
Who's
Yeah,
that?
you're really good, mate.
I can't find it.
And Matt is coming across the line.
Oh, Mark Ledwidge.
And big
And then
Mark
Dast.
Ledwidge. The Ledwidge up in P6. But let's have a look at Mint Matt, who is across the line. He can't get any quicker than that. Who else is out there? Mark Ledwidge spinning
Binger's-
around. And
Binger's still on the lap.
Binger still on a lap. Auschwitz, what a lap. Jawohl. And she's slippery. And so is the track, Wilco, as here comes Binger through the final corner. The winning team from the 4 hours of Paul Ricard. Across the line only goes 10th, Bob.
It's an improvement. People started going quicker, so I think he won't be too displeased with that.
And-
We've still got Vibesy to cross the line, and then
Gavea, I think.
Gavea. Oh my God, he hasn't even got a time on.
Gavea is
Oh no, Vibesy doesn't cross the line.
Vibesy doing what Vibesy does. Here comes Gavea, or is that it? No, here we go, Gavea. Where's this going to be? No, did he miss out there?
It's gonna be a from the rear challenge.
And that is the end of qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. But did Gavea has not set a time on my screen.
No, he hasn't.
So-
He has not.
Is it going to be a last to first challenge here tonight? And I think he got timed out. Did he not? Who else is that over the line?
Yes.
Somebody else over the line. Jono, I think it was. And he has not set a lap either, along with Viper.
Oh, interesting. So, I mean, it could go both ways. I mean, these conditions look absolutely horrendous. So, you know, they might not lose too much from starting at the back if they can avoid all the carnage.
If you're just joining us, heading into turn 1, it might not be a bad position for them to be in. 18 people watching. If you just joined us at a crucial time, the end of qualifying. And it is Auschwitz on pole position. Wilco behind him, our championship leader. Sidorg, Mint, and Nemo have not much between them. And then Mark in P6. That's a good result for him, Bob.
Yes, it is. I was just having a quick look at the table. Now that will do him huge favors because I mean, what have we got? Those it's the top 4. I haven't got the table large enough on my screen. Just give me 2 ticks.
Take your time. Take all the time you need. We're about to start the formation lap here, Bob, before round 9 of this championship. And I've got to say that we're in for an absolutely cracking race. And if you are joining us, it was pissing down in qualifying, and it is pissing down in the race. Wet, wet, wet. As we're counting down here, 2.5 minutes until we start the long formation lap. This is round 9 of this championship, like I keep reminding everybody. 45-minute race, 1 mandatory pit stop for fuel only. Minimum pit stop, 25 seconds. Tyres are optional, Bullseye, but that will cost you an extra 5 seconds. Chance of rain. Well, this is not accurate. It says 0.0 chance of rain.
Yeah.
But
Hold
it looks
on.
like
Look at the clock. Look at the clock at the top, mate. It gets heavier in 10 minutes and then heavier again in 30 minutes.
Well, it was pissing down before. It really is going to be pissing down in 10 minutes' time. We might let this formation lap, or let this timer tick down first of all. 90-odd seconds to go. 18 people watching. If you're out there watching and you aren't following this channel, please click that follow button. And you'll get a nice little notification, and that'll make you feel really good about yourself on a Thursday night, wherever you're watching right around the world. We're going to go to our intro, brilliantly created by the great Andrelli, and then we'll be back for the start of the formation lap and the start of round 9 of this championship right after this. Let's get on with it. 3, 2, 1. We're almost ready. Are you ready? Go, go, go! Green, and away we go. Summer Series 25 drivers streaming down into turn 1, and already Wilco looks like he's got the jump on Albert and takes the lead, but Albert is not done with yet. He's going to go around there. Sexy Rexy, yibbida, folks, down there in 4th, and all the while this is giving Wilco the chance to pull out in front. Themselves up here in the opening lap, but Bob, it's been hectic, but not quite as hectic as what I thought it would be. Down the inside of Sideways, is it going to work, Bob, or is it going to end in tears? I think it's come off. Yes, it has. And it's Wilco with a nose in front as we come through to complete the lap. Sidorg, our winner from last week and championship leader, King in there as well. And don't tell me Wilco could have gone from 1st to 3rd in a matter of corners here, Bob. I reckon he's lost the lead, and he could be down to 3rd by the end of the opening lap. Okay.
Oh, who do I want to center it on?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Circuit of the Americas as the drivers begin their formation lap. We've got 19 drivers in the field tonight. And that oh no usually suggests that we've got...
Oh, he's moving now.
Got some technical issues with our man Bob Hoskins, but no, funny story. Wet in Texas, yeah, sure. Everything's bigger in Texas, and the weather forecast is not looking good up the top of your screen. Like I said a moment ago before we headed to the break, it's absolutely pissing down, bucketing down here And it's not going to get much better, Bob, as we get into this race. 45-minute race, penultimate round of the championship. And, Bob, still plenty to play for here.
Yeah, I mean, especially for those 4 in the AMs. Vibesy, Craigio, Mark Ledwidge, and Disco Stew separated by 7 points. So massive, massive opportunity for those guys tonight. And the pro class is tight as well. Wilco needs to be on the podium, and Mark Ledwidge has just spun on the outlap and kissed the barrier.
Can he get his position back? Can he get his position back if he gets it back quick enough? Yep.
Yeah, he should be able to, but that's not going to do his nerves any good on the outlap.
And as Beaky's joined us all the way down there from Frankston, the posh end of Frankston is Mark Ledwidge, getting close.
Is there a posh end of Franganistan?
And, well, that's...
He's teleported! No!
Oh, no! And there's been a teleportation. Ding, ding, ding.
No, that means he's got... If he changes the setup... If he changes the setup while he's in there, it's going to lock his controls for 2 minutes.
Ooh,
I don't know. I don't know if he made a conscious decision to do that. You know, maybe he wants to start from the pit lane. He could avoid all the T1 carnage. That's for sure.
And there is a posh end of Franganistan. It's called Karingal. That's the name I was looking for, Beaky. Thank you. Rain of Fire is on. UI might have booted him back to the pits as he was trying to find his original grid slot. And
possibly.
You can see the rain. So will he start from the pit lane, Bob? That is the question.
Yes. Yeah, if he's going to go racing now, he will be starting from the pit lane.
So there we have it. 16 people watching. We are almost ready to go. I don't have a mute button here. It's not like on radio, but we haven't got a cough button. But we're almost ready to go. Penultimate round of this championship. It's the Kid Buyers Racing League. And it is the Porsche GT3 Cup here. Wilco is leading the championship. He starts from second on the grid. Auschwitz in first as we get ready to go racing. And they're going to be looking for that dry line appearing, Bob, as we see all the drivers getting into their lane. But I'm not seeing too many dry spots on this track thus far. As you can see, the drivers, all 19 of them. 18 without counting Mark Ledwidge, but we're almost ready to go around the final corner. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for blast off and action for round number 9. Are you ready? Are you ready? Yes. It is almost time. And it's go, go, go. Not quite. We're waiting to get to the line. 19 drivers staring down into turn 1 to get this race underway. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And our pole man, Auschwitz, leading off the line.
Possums!
But it's going to be, they're going to have to tread so carefully through turn 1. Sidorg looks like he's jumped. Jason Wilkinson off the line. No, I beg your pardon. He's got that position back, but it's Auschwitz. Wilco, Mint-Matt, up to third.
Got the job done on Sidorg, yeah. So it all sort of checked up, and you've got to be a bit cautious. And he got the power down smoother than Sidorg did.
So here we go.
Straight back on him.
And you can see there that while the leaderboard sorts itself out, we've got Megan Markle in first place. But for how long? I think that's a glitch. Because Auschwitz leads, Wilco second. They've got to tread so carefully. Look, like there's an egg under the accelerator pedal. Doing a British accent in front of someone from the UK. Always a little bit embarrassing, Bob, but it's Auschwitz on the opening lap. 45-minute race here. And then it's Wilco all over him, look, but not getting the move done. And now Wilco might have gone a little bit deep into the hairpin there, and it's going to leave him vulnerable to Mint Matty behind.
Yeah, this is hectic. I'm just back in the pack at the moment, just watching how Gavea is progressing. He's already made a couple of spots. He's in 16th.
And great performance by him. Beaky from Karingal in the posh end of Frankston says, Beaky, Rain of Fire and Aussie Thunder are pleased to announce their new team, Air Pair Racing Team, ART, proudly sponsored by Air Conditioning Services.
No.
Give him a call. Throw in a phone number, Beaky, and we'll give him a shout out down there in Frankston. But this is so close. Where do we look here on the opening lap of this race? And the pressure that Wilco is under, our championship leader, currently in P2, Sidorg not too far behind. Auschwitz and Wilco, then the two GT7 boys all up in their ginger, Bob, not even through lap one.
Yeah, no, I'm quite pleased that it has stayed quite tight because it's going to give some of these boys a great opportunity. You know, any slight mistake, it's going to be a few more points on the board for them. Sidorg in the pits.
And what on earth is happening there? We know that if there's two things that don't
There's
mix...
a bundle of them in the pits.
And why on earth are they coming into the pits, Bob? What is going on? We've got Viper and Andrelli also in the pits. And if we know there's one thing, if there's two things that don't mix, it's Sidorg and pit lanes, especially in wet weather, Bob.
No, I've got a funny feeling these boys have done this. I've just lost all audio again, I think.
That's okay. We're gonna head back to the action on the track. Looking forward to these weather increases. Bring it on, says Nigerian Prince. The Prince is up and about. La 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 la. Get down to Air Conditioning Services. Rain of Fire, get clean air. That's what I was trying to bloody say, and I finally spat it out. No spray in the face, clean air. That's an interesting strategy there. Great thought there, Rain of Fire. Bob, your thoughts?
Yeah, if it's going to stay wet. Whoa, no, Gavea! He's around, he's in the wall.
And Gavea, where is he? Where is he, Bob? He's in P11.
He was up, yeah, he was up into P11, and he's just bled a couple of positions. The problem, or the good thing about those boys that have just pitted is that this track is not going to dry until the end of the race. So get your pit out of the way now. You don't need to change tyres. Take a litre of fuel or whatever it is. Get your tyres into a nice window and then just progress through the rest of the race.
There we have it, based out of Berwick in Victoria. Nice little suburb that. Berwick down there in Melbourne. Pronounced Air Repair 03, Beaky. Let me just repeat that if you're outside of Victoria. 03 9238 6000. That number again, 9238 6000 for all your air conditioning services. Air Repair based out of Berwick in the beautiful state of Victoria. And Voodoo has gifted a Tier 1 sub to Bitsa Missin 77. Thank you to the Nigerian Prince. Oh, Matt!
Oh, my God. This is going to be hellish for the boys.
And Matt is off. Thank goodness he managed to keep that thing out of the way. And somebody else is off in the back. Jesus, Bob. Jesus, what's happening? Binger is off, and oh, jeez, it's Dicey coming back. Oh, did you see that, Bob? Binger again! And Binger spinning around like Kylie Minogue in those golden shorts all those years ago. I thought he was coming into the pits, Bob.
Yeah, I thought he was going to take his medicine and just get in the pits and get it out of the way. Who else is that? 79.
And
Andrelli's been around as well.
79, Andrelli's been around it, and he's around again. And what on earth is happening? I know it's easier sitting up here, Bob, but it's all going tits up, and the conditions are not going to get better for these boys.
Yeah, no, I think it is. The conditions have worsened. But I tell you what, who's just lit up in the penultimate corner was actually Sidorg. Sidorg's got his pit out of the way, and he nearly lost it.
As we can see, Mint Matt, Jono in the pits. Let's go back to the front. Now it's Auschwitz, the German. Zum, jawohl. Leading Wilco by 1.5 seconds. Rain of Fire says, you need the I'm spinning around and right up the track. I know you're watching me with the commentator's curse. And thank you. We need
562. Who's that?
And 562. Kilroy. Kilroy. What's happened there? Kilroy, they're flying off everywhere quicker than you can say Sasquatch. And you can see now that it's really pissing down big time. It looks like it's getting heavier, Bob.
It is. It's worsening. It's worsening.
Well, we said 10 minutes. We're only 7 or so minutes into this race, ladies and gentlemen. And the rain is coming down even harder. It's even difficult for us to see what's going on. So imagine what it's like for the drivers inside the cockpit. It's just about keeping it on the island at the moment, Bob, here.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. Let's find a close battle. So Gavea's recovered and he's up to 7th.
And Gavea now, we're looking at him right up behind Clocade, if you don't mind. But it is all about who can keep it, literally who can keep it on the black stuff here at the moment. And hello, Gavea. He's got some damage on the front of that car. I don't think it's going to stop him against Sideways. And it's got him
visibility. I've just gone in car. I'm sat in Gavea's. And all you see is a very dim brake light in front of you.
And what visibility? That's look at the rain. This is absolutely awful from the driver's point of view. It's great for us sitting up here in the nice warm commentary box because it's much easier up here to drive these cars than it is out there through turn 1. Gavea has the German rifle, fired a shot here and got in front of Sideways Polka. I think he has.
Yes, he has. So next up the road, Clocade, who's actually up into 6th. That's a good effort. That'll help his help to hold him in the table where he is. Dask though, 4th. Nemo, top AM driver, in 3rd position.
Well, I was trying to find Nemo in the wet weather, and you can say P3. Wow.
Auschwitz has obviously had an excursion because Wilco currently leads by 6 seconds.
And not only does Jason Wilkinson lead this race, but he leads by plenty. So we've missed something up front. And the Nigerian Prince wants a weather report from Trackside. It's raining sideways. There we go, and it's not going to get any better. But Nemo, what a drive so far by him, but still 36 minutes to go, Bob. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves here.
No, and judging by, some of our drivers that have gone off, there's no favours being done for anyone out there.
And there we have it, Nemo on your screen, all the way from New Zealand. Auschwitz in 2nd. And Voodoo, thank you, says the Prince. And Chuck Norris said, you knew exactly what I wanted to hear. I can't say that. It's in wet, Voodoo, that's for sure, Beaky, from Karingal. 35 minutes in this race. Nemo is in comfortable territory, given the whole Finding Nemo thing. And he's just where he wants to be at the moment. Nemo there in 3rd. And you can see the conditions wet and just getting wetter.
Andrelli around again.
And Andrelli is around. Whereabouts is he, Bob? He's well down the field in P18. It looks as though he's gathered it all up together. So the guys that come in and made those early stops.
Mayo around.
And where is Mayo? There we go. And he's around. I've got to say that these guys that come in and made early stops here, not looking quite as bad as we first thought, Bob. When we first saw them come in, it's not looking like a bad move strategy-wise here, the guys that come in early in this race.
Yeah, maybe as it's getting heavier, it might have been worth coming in, getting an early pit stop, actually increasing your tyre pressures slightly and just try and nurse those tyres all the way through. Yeah, there's another. Who's that around? And flipping out. Yeah, that's Vibesy around. So Vibesy and Andrelli are swapping positions each time one of them spins.
Synchronized. There they go again. There goes Andrelli again. And synchronized.
Oh, no.
Synchronized spinning as we've got a yellow flag somewhere else. It's gone to green. This is an incredible race.
Again.
This is incredible. As this man, Jason Wilkinson, the number 19 entry from Carrum Downs. He's looking pretty good at the moment. We don't want to say it though, do we, Bob? That commentator's curse could come up and bite him in the ass. Just like that. Bang! And then you're off the track. And Jono Stan down in 16th has got the fastest lap of the race with half an hour or so to go.
Yeah, I think it's
Wow.
as the boys are settling in. So Mint Matt has just made the first pass on the guys that have not stopped. Jono's around 882. Who's that? Oh, that's Cloquet. It is, yeah, it is not favouring anyone.
You can see
I
some
think
damage.
everyone is having issues.
And the German, how do German rifles work in wet conditions? I've got to say they're not looking too bad at the moment, because I think he'll be ahead of Cloquet here, won't he, when the leaderboard corrects itself? So he'll be up to P6. I know you're not a betting man, and I hate to put you on the spot, Bob Hoskins, but it'll be interesting to see. It's so difficult to pick a winner or any sort of kind of form. It's all just about minimising the mistakes, isn't it, here tonight?
Exactly. You look at the front of Gavea's car as well. He's in the wars.
And Auschwitz. Oh, here's a battle. Turn 1, Auschwitz and Nemo. Now, has Nemo had a crack here? I think he has, and it's continuing on. Look at this battle. Nemo is absolutely flying here in these conditions. His natural habitat, said Chuck Norris. And you can see he's all over the back of him, and Auschwitz looks to be struggling.
Yeah, no, I think everyone is, to be honest. I think there'll be a lot of sweaty bodies out there.
And you can see now Auschwitz in P2. Nemo is all over the back of him. And we didn't see whether he made a move. Voodoo is loving this. I am loving this. Go and get them, Nemo. And that is Nigerian for fully. Send it, says the Prince, all the way from Hampshire Downs in South Australia. Niz for Nemo. And you can see lap 5 of this race. Wilco's got it under control, and then Auschwitz in second. They're going to feel like they've been to... No, I won't go with that joke, but P3 at the moment for Nemo. He seems to drop back a little bit in the middle part of the lap, doesn't he, Bob? But it seems to be in that first part or the last part of the circuit where he seems to gain a little bit on Auschwitz. And what happened to Sidorg down there in P13? Brett wants to know.
Yes, no, he was an early pitter, but he has had a spin as well. So he hasn't lost too much. He's only 2.4 back from Mint Matt, but obviously Matt had a spin as well. Out of the front runners, the only person that hasn't spun yet is Wilco.
So there we have it. It's all kicking off here. Slippery conditions. If you're just joining us, Brett, hello to you. Don't forget to follow the channel if you haven't already. And that might explain a few things. The Nigerian Prince is up and about. And I've got to say, lap number 6, there's a yellow flag there. But not worrying Wilco at this stage. And you can see he's got to tread so carefully, doesn't he, Bob, in these conditions? Because the gap might be 14 seconds, but any kind of mistake is so costly here, isn't it, in these conditions?
Yeah, 100%. What I'm trying to do at the moment, I'm trying to keep an eye on where Wilco is on the map, and then sort of gauge if Matt is closing in on him. So Wilco is now into Sector 2. It's when he finishes Sector 2 and where that corresponds with where Matt finishes Sector 1, I should have an idea on if Matt is actually closing the gap.
So we'll wait and see. Bob is all over the timing screens. Less than half an hour to go. It is the penultimate round of this Kit Buyers Racing League. With thanks to Andrelli for the wonderful graphics, Nigerian Prince for all of his moderator duties, and everybody else for joining us here. 15 people. Great to have your company on a Thursday night, Thursday morning, Thursday evening, wherever you're watching right around the world. As Mint Matt now goes with the fastest lap. So, Bob, you were going to check out those gaps, and I've got to say, is he coming up to Kilroy? Matt, where? Yes, he is coming up to Kilroy.
Oh, 48. Sideways is around. Sideways is sideways.
And sideways is sideways. Is he coming into the pits? He's he's nowhere near the pits, is he? He's in that sort of at the S's there at the sort of first sector part of the lap. And 48, don't be late, shut the gate. And he spun off big time there, and he's managed to get it all back together. But, let's have a look here. Kilroy versus Mint Matt. And I've got a feeling that this battle isn't going to last too much longer here, Bob. In fact, I think he might have almost given way there, and he's through.
Yeah, I think the guys are being a bit sensible. You know, if they know it's one of the top guys that's behind them, they're just going to get out of the way. There's no point in getting themselves in a panic in what is already looking like a panicky race.
No point being a hero, that's for sure. And you can see there, Matt through now and up into 11th. It says 12th. There we go. He's up to 10th now because of Polka's unfortunate journey, excursion off of the track, whatever you want to call it. Now Sidor coming through.
I'll tell you what, John O'Stan stole that fastest lap back. So he is actually motoring it. Sideways is sideways again.
And Sideways living up to his name. And, geez, you've got to be so careful. But Matt has made his stop, and we've got to keep an eye on this, actually, Bob. I reckon between Wilco, what sort of pace has Jason Wilkinson got here compared to Matt? And also Sidorg as well. So these boys, it's 15.4 seconds at the moment. But what is a pit stop around here, please? What is it, 30 seconds?
Yeah, I don't know, and that's what I need to see is the next time someone comes in the pits is have a look like how far back, someone else is. Like look around the start of sector 3 to know if you lose a whole sector, in the pits or. Yeah, and just try and judge it that way. I don't want to change my screens too much because I don't want to get into that stage where I can't change my cameras.
That's all right. Clocade's off the circuit. He's going to put it in reverse. I don't think there's anybody else around him here on this occasion. And he'll get back into the race. No harm done there. Markle is way further down the field. 27 seconds behind Clocade. 21-2-1 watching the stream tonight. If you are out there watching, whether you're on iOS or your laptop, your TV, wherever you're watching us right around the world, please hit that follow button as we continue the march towards 150 followers. Oh, my voice just broke. How good's that? Oh, got him. Yes, gone. Yes, rest in peace, Bill Lorry. And Bill Lorry might not actually have passed away, Bob. But anyway.
Harry Humphreys has. Is that who you were looking for?
There we go. So 25 minutes in this race. And Big Shep Regis, Big Sheppington, says a very big hello, Trev and Bob, from down here at the Bull. Just got back from Macy's, had a nice mouth-watering porterhouse steak, medium to well done, with chips and salad. Also washed down with a few frothies, and we wouldn't have it any other way. And Voodoo wants to clip that so bad, but he won't. But Big Alan Shep, Bob, says hello from the Bull. I used to go to Macy's, a great spot, great meal, and also great beer on tap. Mouth-watering porterhouse steak, medium to well done, Bob. And that's a man that is a man that does not like his steak mooing when he eats it.
Yeah, no, my brother he's a rare steak eater. I'm probably a medium rare. I can't have it. It can't look as if it can't be looking as if the animal can be resuscitated.
You don't want it chewing on your salad. Voodoo Prince and Nigerian Prince.
Binger's around.
And Binger is spinning around. He's right off the track. How is he gonna reverse back on with cars around him? Oh, and the big Nigerian Prince Chuck Norris, all the way from the Hamptons in South Australia, has gifted a Tier 1 sub to Big Shep Regis, down there at Macy's, with all the beer and medium to well done steak you can throw a stick at. And what on earth is happening? Something down the field is going on. We've got Kilroy and Harvey Mayo, and Jono still looking very racy in that pink.
Clocade's in the pits.
And Clocade's in the pits again, is he? Or is that the first time?
I don't know. I can't remember if he had been in the pits or not, but Sideways is around again.
And
I
sideways.
tell you what, I'm in car with Gavea at the moment. And I tell you what, you want to see the wheel work that's going on. It is absolutely mental.
He is working the wheel, as all the drivers are. 23 minutes left in this race. And can you believe what we've seen already? Action everywhere you want to look. Geez, I wouldn't count out these two. Mint Matt, Sidorg not too far behind
here
him.
he comes.
And Voodoo, Chuck Norris, sounding like Bane from Batman the other day. And Mint, Matt and Sidorg, the two GT7 amigos, Bob, they're just hunting down these. They're hunting down these guys, aren't they?
Yeah, so Matt has actually increased the gap over Sidorg. Mint Matt just goes past Mark Ledwidge now. Where is he on the track?
Oh, Matt, a slight
so
moment.
hard to try and work this out. Where's Wilco? Wilco just finishes sector 1 now.
Halfway into the race, halfway still to go as Craig, oh, yeah! And the wooden Indian who couldn't get a kiss
Flip it.
is into the pits. Craigo is into the pits. Wilco in 9th. Now, my question to you, Bob, you know what's coming. How long does Wilco leave this before he comes in? Oh, hello, yellow flag somewhere.
Yeah, no, that was Andrelli. He actually teleported, so I wonder if he's saying enough is enough. You don't normally teleport unless you've picked up big damage.
So Andrelli's gone, and then there were, what have we got now? 18 from Wilco down to sideways.
Here we go. Let's have a look at this. So Wilco is just approaching the start of sector 3. Let's see where Matt is. If he gets into that corner before Matt finishes this sector. Right, it's hard to tell. I would say Matt is still making a little bit of ground on Wilco, but I think because Wilco has kept it smooth from the start, he's got the advantage, I think, at the moment.
And the German rifle driving like he's got clippers on, says Beaky. Another yellow flag, but we're getting rather used to that. These marshals are getting kept busy. And is it a defensive game? What would be going through the mind of Jason Wilkinson tonight at this very wet circuit of the Americas? Bob, he's got a 20-something point lead in the championship. 2 rounds to go this round, and then Kyalami next week to finish the season. What is going through his mind? Does he want to push things? Does he want to play a conservative game? What does he want to do here?
No, I think he'll be gritting his teeth. He's lost a layer of enamel already, and it would just be, let's keep this thing on the black stuff.
And Andrelli giving us a quick update. Second lap at the end of the max straight. I braked and my car didn't slow. Was like it was oil, Andrelli saying there, and went straight into the wall. And there is an update from Andrelli. It's such a shame to not see you in the race. Or is he back in the race? He's down there in P18. I think that might be it. He's in
the pits at the moment. It might be for damage. He might be calling it a night. I'm not sure.
We'll wait and see.
But it's tough going for everyone.
Tough going for everybody. Spot on out on the circuit tonight. He's saying he's got 3 minutes of damage here as we've got less than 20 minutes left in this one. Matt is absolutely flying. And I've got to say, Wilco not quite coming into the pits yet. So that's going to be the next question, possibly the race-defining question, Bob, to see when he will come in and eventually make his stop, as he's got a pretty fair gap over Auschwitz in second.
To be honest, if you have got the fuel, you go as long as you can, because if you come into that pit lane, your tyres are going to cool. You have then got to get your tyres back up to pressure and hope that you keep the temperature in them. So, yeah, all the time that Wilco's got fuel, carry on.
There we go. Keep those tyre temperatures up, says Bob Hoskins. From all the way over there in Perth, lap 10 of this race, 18 and a bit minutes to go. Wilco has been absolutely fantastic. I thought you might have jinxed it, Beaky. But Wilco, how good has he been in these conditions, Bob? He hasn't put a foot wrong as he got a bit of oversteer there. I thought we might have spoiled it. as somebody's off.
He loves these conditions, though. He's always tried to set up these wet races, but he often gets shouted at. So I think he only runs them every now and again now.
And I've got to say that, well, he's increasing that gap back to second place with Auschwitz now
Yes.
20 seconds further back, Bob.
Yeah, so yeah, he's definitely got the measure of the guys that are currently behind him. That gap to Mint Matt, it is coming down. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens when Wilco pits. I've got a feeling they are going to be pretty close.
And he's continuing on then, lap 11 of this race. Time ticking away. Less than 18 minutes here. Big Alan Shep. Big Shep from the Bull says, let's go, Wilco, let's go. Let's go make up for last week, mate, moist conditions. And there we have it. Thank you, Big Shep, down there at Warrnambool. I've pieced that one together. He wants Wilco to get on with it. And
Wilco took the fastest lap. I didn't even notice. Sorry.
Well, he's just pinched the fastest lap. He's gone purple, Bob. Interesting. Maybe this man's got a little more pace than what we think.
Yeah. He just, sat there comfortable and just slowly been chipping away. He's taken the fastest lap. So, yeah, he's obviously quite comfortable.
And Beaky says, I think Wilco is part fish, part flipper. And Jason Flippinkinson didn't really quite work out. And there we have it. But this man is all over this race tonight. And let's have a look. Nemo is coming up to Auschwitz here to say, G'day, I'm behind you in a purple Porsche. Let's have a little battle here. This could be close soon, Bob.
Yeah, so he sat quite steady at about, that 2 seconds back from Auschwitz for quite a while now. But what's remarkable is obviously Nemo's only fresh back to the game. He's running in the AM category at the moment. He ain't going to be there for long.
No, that's for sure. The number 95, the Kiwi in the purple Porsche. And he is driving an absolutely beautiful race. As there's somebody else off there, but it's going to happen. Conditions like this, we've had action right from the start. And we're about half an hour into this race. And where is Wilco now? He's coming up the last corner. He's still not coming in.
Oh, Jesus. I'm in car with Jono, and he's only just got the overtake done on Craigio. But I'm telling you what, you're having to be that steady when you're behind someone because you don't know where the hell they are. The only time you get proper visibility is when their brake lights come on.
And it's very tricky for all of the drivers out here this evening. Jono, P11. He's past Craig. And the conditions look a little bit better, but that's probably being a little bit ambitious, I'd say. As we go through the field, Shawnee Fuller, haven't called his name too much tonight. The crowd's hanging in there, Bob. Up in the stands, up in the bleachers there. Mayo in 13th, Kilroy in 14th. Both those guys yet to make a pit stop. And Cloquet hasn't featured really tonight, Bob, in these wet conditions, unfortunately. Usually up at the pointy end, not so much tonight.
Yeah, no, it's been hell for anyone and everyone. And yeah, we've seen a couple of people bail. Binger's actually given up. He's not out there anymore. Andrelli is back out on track, which is good to see. So he's taken that 3 minutes of damage and decided to go back out again. But why not? People might suffer the same, fate that, don't write it off. You don't know what's going to happen.
No, you might as well get out there.
In the pits.
And Dask finally makes a pit stop as we're looking at Vibesy. 23 people watching now.
17. Who's
loving
17?
These numbers. Number 17, is that
Mark Ledwidge?
Ledwidge in the pits. Along with Dask. Dask into the pits. Dask out of the pits again. Here comes Wilco through the final sector. Has not put a foot wrong. I was just about to say, if you're out there watching, consider following the stream. We would love to have you as part of the Kid Buyers Racing League community and part of this channel. 13 and a bit minutes left in this race. Kilroy We had front row seats to that.
56.
He
Viper
has
Z.
spun, and has Viper been involved in an incident as well, has he?
Yeah, Viper Z was yellow with John O'Stan coming up on him. So
They're slipping and sliding.
Jono's caught right up with him.
And they're slipping and sliding all over the place. Don't forget about Matt there in P5. 23 people watching. And if you're just joining us, it was pissing down in qualifying. And it's continuing to piss down here in the race. Bob.
Gavea is only 3 and a bit seconds off of Nemo now.
So interesting. Do not put down the glasses yet, Big Shep. Down there
Nemo
at Macy's.
pits.
And Nemo into the pits for the number 95 Kiwi Porsche entry. Big Shep says, remember Wilco, cool, calm and collective, says the Big Shep Regis down there from the Bull. And into the pit. No, Wilco continuing on.
No.
So how late can he leave this, Bob?
Right to the last lap if you got the fuel.
There we have
I
it.
really would.
So Gavea now with a little bit of damage to the front of that car.
Where's Matt?
And
Nemo's still in the pits. Nemo's still static. Matt just goes through now. So
he's done it. He's through.
Nemo was 24 seconds back from Wilco.
Is Nemo out? No, he's still stationary and still in the pit lane. Here he comes. Now he gets underway.
Right, so I tell you what. I need the times to update, which they have done. Matt is 34 seconds back from Gavea.
Well, there we have it. It is not over yet. Sideways, just ahead of Mint Matt. Sideways has spent plenty of time sideways tonight, as a few of them have, unfortunately, all facing the wrong way. Like we keep saying, it's easier to talk about it from up here, but 11 minutes remaining. We're getting into the final 10 or so minutes of this race here tonight. And Jason
Gavea is catching his brother.
And Gavea, the two German brothers. It's the German rifle catching up on Auschwitz. Jawohl, guten Morgen, he's saying to him. And his brother, he's going to be all over the back of him in the not too distant future. Wilco continuing on again. So just over 10 minutes left in this race. Wilco is coming up to traffic. It looked like Mark Ledwich and Cloquet, I think, further down the field in 13th and 14th respectively. But Wilco is pressing on and showing no signs of letting up here at the moment. And Matt, what sort of times have we got for Matt as he's passed Polka to put a lap on him? Sidorg not too far behind him as well. So this race, 10 minutes to go, Bob. It's going to go right down to the wire, I think.
Yeah, the lap times are not going to improve because it is getting heavier.
And the rain is getting heavier. I think the rain is calming down. 14 laps completed. Only 14 laps, Bob, but given the conditions, it's understandable.
17. Who's 17?
Cloquet, I think. Was that Mark?
Mark Ledwidge. Yeah, Mark Ledwidge around. So Mark started in 6th. He's down in 13th at the moment.
And
so what's that? Oh, Craigio. Craigio is going to make a move up the table.
And let's have a look. Craigo, who's he got in front of him? Nemo and somebody else. Jono. Tricky conditions. This is a tasty little battle we've stumbled across. Bob, if you don't mind, 7th, 8th and 9th, all doing battle in very close proximity here in tricky conditions. Well, these drivers, they wouldn't be able to see anything, would they?
Well, yeah, I'm actually in car at the moment. And, oh, my God. The spray off of Nemo's car is horrendous as soon as they pick some speed up.
And Craigo's not going to have a great view there. Unless, can he pull out here and have a crack? Here comes Craig and Nemo across the start-finish line. Nemo finding Nemo in his natural habitat. He's going to be a difficult man to pass. And no opportunity there into turn 1. It's a funny entry uphill there, the climb uphill. Oh. Craigo having a moment, Bob. That was scary. As he's managed to keep it all together. Jono off into the distance. Nemo there in 8th. And Craig, yeah! And he's still just managing to keep with it, but Gavea 1.7 now, Bob, as Wilco finally into the pits. Here we go.
Right, yes. Let's keep an eye on this. Mint Matt just starts the third sector now. This is going to be quite tight.
Oh, here we go, Matt. He's come down the back straight now, starting the final technical, tricky sector of this lap. Conditions never easy, but this man's made a living out of racing these cars on Assetto Corsa, Gran Turismo. There's a yellow...
Oh, Gavea's around.
And Gavea is around. Matt is lurking. Let's have a look. You can see the number 19 on your screen, still in the pit lane. We're going to get back to see what Gavea's doing. He's into the pits again, Bob.
Yeah, so he's obviously picked... no, that's Gavea's first pit stop.
Gavea, I beg your pardon. Finally in the pits. Here comes Matt.
Wilco's moving.
Wilco's moving. Here comes Matt.
He's safe.
Matt,
he's safe.
Matt, he's going to be safe easily here, is he? Is he going to be safe? Matt coming on to the start and finish straight now. Jason Wilkinson coming out of the pits.
Just pops out.
He's going to be ahead of him, I think, but he's going to be under a terrific amount of pressure with 7 minutes remaining in this one. My goodness, do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, because this is going to be a grandstand blockbuster finish. Where is Matt? There he is.
Matt just needs to maintain his pace. Wilco is going to struggle for this lap to bring his tyres back up. So Matt just needs to maintain his pace, not go for that carrot just now.
Go. And it is go. And you're going all judge and jury on us now, Voodoo. That's right. I won't mention too much about it. Somebody passed the black currant soothers, because Auschwitz, there's our race leader. The next question is when is he going to be coming in? But we'll keep an eye on that. Matt, 4.2. 4.2. Is it going to be enough between Jason and Matt? Potentially, well, definitely for the race win here. Wow, this is not over by any stretch of the imagination. 6 minutes to go, lap 15 of this race. It's anybody's ball game, Bullseye.
Yep, Jono stands, sat in 7th. He has got Viper's Head 1 second ahead of him, who is close to Gavea as well. So another three-way battle is hotting up.
And this battle is going to get spicier before it gets less spicy.
Oh.
And that... Ooh, Jono. He looks racy. He looks pacey. And Beaky wants to know, Voodoo, how's the voice? And it's absolutely Scheisenhausen, Beaky, because he's absolutely stuffed his voice box. And he's still recovering. Gone. You betcha. 5 minutes to go now. Oh, 3.8. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's got that feeling about it, Bob. It's going to be one of those finishes, I reckon, here.
Yeah, it's going to go right down to the wire. It really is.
And you can see 5 minutes exactly now remaining in this race. Auschwitz into the pits.
It's about to update now. It's about to update. 3.3. It's taken half a second.
3.3 seconds is the gap. So how long does it take to get those tyres back up to temperature? You said he wanted to go as long as possible in this race.
Yeah, I mean, he's done the right thing in staying out. It's the only thing you can do, really. And then you just got to hope that those tyres spring back into life when you come out the pits. Sometimes they just don't come back, which is horrible.
And hope you come good soon, says Beaky. Jono, we're going to get back to this battle. This is a close battle here, ladies and gentlemen. 6th versus 7th. Nemo must have had a moment. He's dropped further back from this battle. There goes Gavea. No, beg yours. Somebody else going through, but 3.3. And don't count out Sidorg, Bob. If it gets interesting between Matt and Jason, do not count this man out 7.3 seconds further back.
Yep. No, 100%. 100%. So yeah, Matt has managed to get quite a reasonable gap over Sidorg, actually.
So 7.3. We'll get back to this battle. Jono, and Viper. Keep an eye on that one as somebody getting out of the way. One of the back markers there might be Kilroy or somebody else. As you can see, not too long to go in this race. What are we thinking? A couple of laps, Bob? Is that Kilroy,
yeah, that's Kilroy
off the track or just getting out of the way? I'm not sure. But we'll give him the benefit of the doubt there,
yeah,
Bob.
It was Kilroy. Just say he was being a gentleman driver. He got out of the way.
And
We'll go with that.
3 seconds. We'll get back to the sharp end. 3 seconds exactly.
So that's 3/10.
And you wouldn't want to be in this. Oh, and Wilco's had a moment.
And Mayo's just spun in front of Wilco.
And was that the reason why Wilco slowed down there for the yellow flags?
No, I think he'll be watching that gap diminishing behind him and will be like, no.
And it's a bit like, was it Ricciardo chasing Hamilton many years ago in Monaco towards the end of that race? And was it Lewis saying, don't tell me the gap, stop telling me the gap. I don't want to know about it. And Martin was like, he'll want to know about that in about 3 laps or so, Crofty. But come on, Matt, get there, says Rain of Fire. He's getting there. Oh, my goodness. I don't know where to look, Rain of Fire. It's going to be close.
That was 7/10 that lap.
7/10. And if you can find a sweatier pair of peanuts down there in Carrum Downs, I'd love to hear it as Voodoo, the Prince, has jumped in, coming to the end of my 4th week of being sick. Now Mum has COVID. She visited me last night, so we'll see how things progress.
Oh, no.
And I haven't got my 5G jab yet either. Wow, that was a story.
Nemo was going so well. He's in 8th at the moment. So, yeah, Craigio. Where's Craigio? 71.
And Matt is chewing into Wilco's time. I think he's doing more than that. He's biting him on the arse. Backs. He's eating into that time. He's eating into that time. Bob, do not clip that Nigerian Prince. I know you're out there watching. 90 seconds to go. And there we have it. My voice, Big Shep says my voice was stuffed after going to see my beloved Magpies on Tuesday, Anzac Day. Collingwood.
This is going down to the last lap.
Oh, it's going to go down to the last lap. What do we got this lap and one more, I think, Bob? Sorry about story time with the Nigerian Prince. Blah. How about English kid buyers? Give it a go, Jesus Christ. This is going to go down to the final lap of this race. 2.1. 2.1. And it's been clipped and shipped. Right when you think someone might be a good bloke, they ruin it by being a Collingwood supporter. Jesus, I don't know where to look. The comments are flooding in, and the track is flooding in. And Wilco, he's going to have nutsacks galore there at the moment because that gap's nothing, 0, nothing, Bob. And with 30 seconds to go this lap and one more.
Yeah, final lap. So it's who can hold their nerve.
It's all going to be about...
I think Wilco's been in this position before. To be honest, 2 seconds in one lap. It should be his, but it's not looking like 2 seconds anymore.
And don't worry, Beaky, I'm a Collingwood man too. Let's hope that doesn't come between us. But 7, 6, 5...
Oh, my God.
And 3, 2, 1... Is that it? No.
1.1 seconds.
He's got one more, has he?
1.1 seconds.
Oh, Jesus. He's got one more lap to... I thought he might have just slowed up a little bit, Bob, and made that the last lap. But this is going to be...
Couldn't afford to.
No, too much to lose. This is going to be the last lap. Don't forget about Sidorg, this man as well, who could come through, Bob, Stephen Bradbury style and collect this one. I do not know where to look because Matt is like one of those documentaries where they're in the jungle. The hunted is becoming the hunter here on the final lap of this race. My goodness me, a penny for your thoughts, Jason Wilkinson. The number 19 from Carrum Downs has got, what has he got, Bob? About 3/4 of a lap to go, and it's going to be just any mistake now is going to be magnified. And Beaky, do not let go of that love because it's still there from my point of view. Do not take me off the Christmas card list as we come down to the hairpin for the final time to get onto the back straight and that 3rd sector. Oh, my goodness, Bob, one mistake, one wrong move.
No, I think Wilco's got it.
Has he got it? He's got to keep it together.
I think so.
1.3.
I think he's got just enough.
1.3.
He's extended 2/10 in what the first sector.
So we'll get back to the other battles in just a few moments. Clipped and shipped. Thank you for that. Extremely quick there from the Nigerian Prince. 1.2, Bob. We've got a few corners to go. Just a bit of oversteer. Wilco has got to keep it together because Matt is right up behind him. Very quick fingers. That's interesting. Thank you for letting us know that. And Wilco is slowing, but Matt, I think he might have it here, barring some sort of catastrophe or some sort of disaster. I reckon he's got it here. He's going to come through for the win. And something's fallen off here. Something's falling down, but it hasn't struck me because this is the last. And Matt!
That's it!
Matt!
That's it!
He's bottled
Wilco's
it!
won it.
That's it! Oh, what a finish! What a race! 45 minutes. It's been absolutely pissing down here for round 9 of this championship, and Wilco's going to come home.
Side door goes around
And
as well.
there he is. He takes the win. Carrum Downs. They're going to go off their tits down there tonight. Big Shep, that one was for you. Matt finishes. Where does Matt finish? In second, I think. Well done, Wilco. Great drive. He cursed the wrong person. The Nigerian Prince working his black magic all the way over there in South Australia. Lost my voice. My voice is going as well. Sidorg finishes third. Here comes Auschwitz to finish in P4 tonight in his class. What a finish to this race. Always have the love for Trev. Thank you, Beaky. Right back at you there at Karingal. And who else is... no, Gavea's crossed the line eventually. And
his
Jono?
Vipers head. Jono Stan in 7th. Good effort.
Good effort. Jono Stan coming through for 7th. A few other guys further down the field have already been classified, I think. Wow, unbelievable stuff here. Can you believe it? What a finish to the race. In the end, we were looking at Wilco. We were so focused, weren't we, on Wilco? Much easier to chase than to lead, is the old saying, Bob. But in the end, it was Matt who just had a mistake there. And Craigie, as Voodoo says,
he was in a you know, a situation where, you know, either you got to go.
Is that a podium, boys?
You know, you just stay where you are. So he did. He tried to carry a bit too much speed, and yeah, he managed to, you know, correct the car, but that was all Wilco needed. And yeah, he's been in that position before,
and he knew what to do. The man has delivered yet again. Great drive from everyone in these conditions. As Clocade outside the top 10, Bob, disappointment for him. And that was so tough, says Wilco. Matt was chasing him down as Clocade goes full centre there into that wall. And he's going to have another crack at it, is he? There he goes. Old pinball wizard. Old pinball nuts slipping and sliding across. And Dask. I didn't call this man's name too much either, Bob, but he'll come across the line in 12th. And Mark Ledwich rounds out your finishes in 13th. Wow, what a race. I cannot wait to talk to the drivers after this one. But Wilco winning. Mint Matt, 2 seconds in the end. We saw that hectic few corners at the end. Sidorg in 3rd, Auschwitz in 4th, Gavea 5th, Viper 6th, Jono, Crago, Nemo, and Finding Nemo in 9th. Disappointing for him, considering...
yeah, considering where he was, but you know, in all honesty, just to survive that race was an achievement.
There we go, absolutely fantastic there, Bob, and surviving that race, it was survival of the fittest. The voice is well and truly back. Shawnee Fuller in 10th, Clocade in 11th, Dask, Markled, Mayo, Vibesy, Sideways, living up to his name, finished in 16th in the end. Kilroy 17th, and Drelly, thank you for the graphics and all of the thumbnails for this championship. He was well down the field. Binger said, you know what, I've had enough very early in the night. Beaky says, please ask Wilco in the interview how he was feeling those last couple of laps. We can certainly do that if you don't mind. We can ask him. We're going to get our drivers in to the post-race driver press conference very, very shortly to hear from them in their own language. Nigerian Prince, commentary interviews coming up. Stick around, Murray Walker emoji. And is that a podium, boys? Is that a podium, boys? Or is that a podium? Yeah, there we go. That's a pretty bad Danny Rick impression, Bob. But wow, I'd love to get your thoughts on the race tonight. Did not know where to look. And there was more
No, that was hectic.
bloody
That was hectic.
yellow flags than you could poke a stick at. But Big Shep, your man winning tonight, Big Shep, says you have a good wife being a Collingwood supporter. And happy wife, happy Collingwood supporter there from Big Shep down at the Bull, using the custom emojis. Big Alan Shep down there. Had a big night at Macy's. Medium to well done, man. Like mine a little bit pinker. I like mine sort of just a touch pink in the middle. And same for my steak. But we're waiting for these drivers to come in and have a bit of a chat with us into the commentary booth. Have we got anybody in? I think we might have our race winner, Bob, but we might just wait for the rest of the drivers. They're doing that thing where they take their helmets off and have that, that tiny bottle of water they drink, and then the paper, the towels, and everything else. And then we're going to get the drivers in to have a chat. We've got Wilco. We're going to wait for Matt. And who else was it? Sideorg in third, I think. And then the AM class guys.
Rams, Craigio, Shawnee Fuller, and Mark Ledwidge.
Or was it Nemo, was it? In ninth, I think, or second? Craig.
Yes. Craigio, Nemo, and Shawnee Fuller.
Yep, so Craig, and the Wooden Indian Craigo, who never got a kiss. Don't know what he missed in leading that way in Crane. Where does that put us? Where does that put us in the championship for the AM class? We'll suss all those numbers out shortly. We're just waiting.
Yeah, Craigio will now be topping the AM drivers. But it's tight. It's tight.
It's tighter than a fish's backside, I can tell you, because we're waiting for our drivers into the post-race driver interviews. We've got a few more to go. We might just give it a couple of minutes. Nobody's in the waiting room. The Prince has dragged them all up. Here we go. Oh, here we go. We're just about to have royalty enter the room. Wilco saying I'm already in here, but the rest of them are coming in. Here they are, Bob. We might get ready to go and start with our race winner tonight. Here for round 9 of this championship in absolutely terrible conditions. It started off pissing down rain, and it just got heavier and heavier as we welcome our race winner, Jason Wilkinson. First of all, Wilco, congratulations on the win tonight. Difficult conditions, but you never put a foot wrong. And how about that ending, just to keep things interesting?
Yeah, that was an absolutely insane race. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. That was so sketchy, and I don't know if you can see the radar at the top there, but it says, I'm guessing it's heavy rain coming soon. So we sort of
it's finished before the storm, I think.
Yeah, is that storm? Yeah, there you go. So, yeah, well, all right. That's that. As I said, that's the same weather settings we had for Paul Ricard, and we've had one wet session. So, eventually it was going to catch up to us, but yeah, that was torrential rain. I was hoping for a nice. I loaded in and it said rain, and then 30 minutes cloud. So I'm like, oh, this could be a very interesting race. And then, yeah, it changed within the space of 2 seconds. So, but no, that was insane. I thought I might be able to sneak over the line on that last lap with 0 to go, but I think I crossed with 1 second. So yeah, made it a pretty sketchy last lap. But yeah, no, credit to all the drivers and all the podium guys and also the AM guys as well. Got 8th, 9th and 10th overall. So, yeah, on to last round next week. Kyalami. Should be good.
Going to be an absolute cracker, mate. Congratulations. As always, fantastic performance tonight in these conditions. Well done. Thanks, Trev.
Thank you.
Hey, guys, just before you run off, Wilco, because of where you finished tonight, I believe, if my maths is correct, that actually gives you the season's title.
Oh, wasn't it? Yeah, okay. We'll work it out after. Yeah, cool.
This is like Johnny Herbert bailing up Max Verstappen. Was it in Japan last year? You're the champion, Max. And there we go. But we'll move right along. And nothing is going to delay me from talking to the next man who finished second in this race. Matt Simmons, have you got us there, Matt?
I do, Trev.
Awesome. Great stuff, mate. Tonight, P2 in the race tonight, mate. We saw you had a little bit of an incident there at the beginning of that race, but the conditions were absolutely atrocious. P2 in the end, mate, and you gave us a pretty interesting battle there at the end. Talk us through it.
Yeah, that was just crazy. As Wilco puts it was sketchy, just constantly every lap. It was just nuts. And if you got within a couple of seconds of anyone, and there was spray, it was just you couldn't see. So that was fun. The race start went really well. I was feeling quite confident and got in front of Wilco, and then did the rookie error of lighting it up on the curb. Luckily, was able to not hit the wall, and then just decided to pit because I figured I'd be in spray and I'd just be trying to try not crash again. So as I came out, I had some clean air and able to see. So that second part was pretty fun. Simon was right near me as well. I think we all had our moments throughout. And then towards the end, obviously Wilco was trying to put as much pressure on him to make mistakes, but credit to him. He absolutely nailed it. So well done on the win. And Simon on P3 and all the AM guys, well done on the podium. Everyone as well. That was hard. That was seriously hard work. So, I'm stoked with P2 after thinking I was in the wall at the end of lap 2, I think it was. So, happy with that.
Great stuff. Congratulations, mate. As always, great to have you a part of this championship. P2 tonight, not too far off P1, mate. Congratulations, and we will catch you next week.
Cheers, guys. Thank you.
There he is, the great man, Matt Simmons. Sidorg in P3 has been good enough to also join us here post-race. Sidorg, have you got us loud and clear?
I do indeed.
Awesome, mate. Talk us through your race tonight. P3, there was a bit of action up the front, mate. Did you think you might have been a chance if something kicked off at the front?
Yep. I reckon there's a few people with that story, though. Like, if only I hadn't have spun, I'd be blah, blah, blah. But it's like what the other guy said. That was very hard work. I haven't really done any wet weather running on this game. So that was a challenge. It was kind of sketchy because at the start I kind of figured that I couldn't see anything, so I thought I'd pit on lap 1. And that worked out, but then I had no idea how fast I was going, so I had no idea where I was going to end up. So I was kind of surprised to end up third because I didn't think I was going all that fast. But then following Matt, we were both just ticking along, and then I just made one mistake and went off, and that was that. But I think everybody who made it to the finish was deserves a round of applause for that. That was very hard work.
100%.
Great stuff, mate. P3 in the end, and couldn't have said it better myself, mate. Given the conditions, it was terrible for everybody. But you finished in P3, mate. You pick up a podium. Congratulations, well done.
Thank you kindly.
Great stuff. And Bob,
that was the fourth. That was the fourth podium for Sidorg of the season, and also the fourth podium for Matt.
Great stuff. The man with the numbers, Jono, absolutely fuming after that. And Beaky finally getting that question into Wilco. Thank you for answering that one. And Bob, I think we've got the next class here with us, starting with Craigo, if you want to take us away with the AM guys.
Yeah, great race today, boys. All of you finished. It looks a bit eventful. Craigio, you took 8th. I believe, if my maths are right, that actually puts you at the top of the AM ladder. Good race. Take us through it.
I'm back on the podium after a horrendous last round. But that race was very difficult. I was sitting right behind, I think, a Dust at the start, and I just kept on missing my braking markers every corner. And then I thought about pitting lap 2 as well, but in the end I just ended up falling off behind him and just sort of sitting in the open air. And then I sort of Stephen Bradmead my way to the front and then almost threw it away on one of the final turns, but made it in the end.
No, great race. I jumped like all through the field on the sister stream, and it looked a bit eventful for you and for Nemo. Actually, both of you were sort of just clinging on for dear life towards the end, I think.
Yeah, my tyres were done as well. I don't know. I had a terrible setup. It was a 30-second. I sort of planned that it was just going to go dry. and just didn't actually do a wet setup in practice, and then that didn't pay out at all.
Yeah, no, it got heavier and heavier as it went through. But no, well done, mate. You brought it home in 8th. Decent points on the board. Well done. Let's see how you boys fare in the final race. So P2 for the AMs is actually Nemo. So not long back into the game. You shouldn't really be in the AMs, but I'm sure you'll be back in the pros next season if you're with us. Take us through your race, buddy.
Yeah, thanks. First off, congrats, Craig and Shawnee on the podium. I thought I got away actually all right. You know, I was sitting in third pretty much most of the race and came to the pit stops and made a few mistakes after that and ended up 9th. So frustrating, but happy with the podium and yeah, just thankful to make it to the end.
Yeah, it looked like a bit of a struggle towards the end because, I mean, obviously you were sat, so high up in the order earlier on, but that rain just got worse and worse, didn't it?
Oh yeah, and the tyres were cooked as well. So, yeah.
No, good effort, mate. It's it's points on the board, lifts you up the table as well. So, congrats on tonight.
Thank you very much. Cheers. And yeah, congrats on the Pro Boys podium as well.
Nice. And last but not least, Shawnee Fuller, welcome to the podium.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be here.
So how did your race go? It was quite a quiet one, actually. You sort of just lurked in the midfield and you've done remarkable and found yourself on the podium for the AM boys.
Well, I've got to say that a good driver for getting to the podium was so that I could speak to you guys because in the last round you thought I'd fallen off the track and I redressed.
No.
So I was like, I better make sure. But it was a tough race, and just like the guys said earlier on, I pitted early on lap 4 and then really wanted to try and get some clean air. A couple of mistakes, but again, like some of the guys have said, you just didn't really know how fast you were going. So you could have been 5 seconds behind every lap, or you could be gaining some. So it was a quiet race come the second half, but yeah, it was tough. So congrats to all the podiums.
Well done, mate. Well done. No, it was a decent race. So
Thank you very much.
back to you, Trev, for your close down.
We're gonna wrap it up. That is almost a wrap of round 9. But before I go, we can confirm that the result tonight sees Wilco on 206 points and Sidorg on 168, 32 points ahead. Wilco 32 for a race weekend. And you know what that means? This man is the... And just the...
well, this man is the what?
Did someone just pull on your lead or something?
There he goes. And congratulations to... Didn't quite work out how I would have wanted it to. But anyway, nevertheless, congratulations, Wilco, who is... How many titles is that, Wilco, now?
Well, I don't know,
count.
but that was the hardest fought one.
Yeah, look, with all the cheating allegations
season.
and stuff against Wilco, I think we can rule that this might be his first one.
Yeah.
Thanks for...
No, but no, seriously, I thought the absolute quality drivers we got in this series. I got very lucky. Obviously, a lot of the guys had some bad rounds, and obviously Matt missed a few rounds. So, yeah, that's good. And if you're still watching the stream, you can see the next session is absolutely bone dry. So
25 degrees, no wind to speak
green
of.
track.
So new race weekend. But yeah,
how long have you got? We might have another run. No, but congratulations.
Yeah, round 9 now.
Congratulations, and that is why I'm a commentator, because I'm not the world champion. And this man is a multiple champion. Congratulations, Wilco. It's been a fantastic season. We've still got one round to go next week from 8 p.m. on the 4th of May. And let's hope that'll be a fantastic finish to the championship. 4th of May, the final round of the season for KRL. of this championship from Kailami in South Africa. Always an interesting circuit, that one, and should be fantastic close racing. But that is all we've got time for, Bob. Thank you for your company once again.
No, thanks for having me, boys.
Great stuff. 1 week to go. Don't forget, as I get booted from the server, that is all we've got time for, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Please follow the channel if you don't already, and we'll see you 8 p.m. Eastern next Thursday night for the final.